guys, yeah, I just wanted to give a little tutorial on the rivet nut gun. I wasn't familiar with rivet nuts until I saw it on the internet, where somebody suggested using it to put in the rivet nuts for the installing the skid plate for the transfer case. So did some research and a few internet videos and found out, you know, that how they work. And so basically it just comes with different size mandrels, and what happens, you find the hole and you get a rivet nut that will fit as snugly into the hole as possible. And then you of course use the correct mandrel, you stick it into the hole, and then using leverage from the handles, it will pull the rivet nut tight against what you're inserting it in. So it comes in handy. I've used it for other things. I actually repaired my creeper that had some bolts that got lost, and I used the rivet nuts to repair that. So it's a handy tool. This is a cheapo from Amazon, but I don't probably anticipate using it a whole lot, but when I need it, it should hold up for that purpose. But seems to work well. But if you ever think you need some sort of a tool to help put in some sort of a nut where you don't have access to it, this comes in very handy. I'm going to install the shield for the transfer case. I got the GMC Sierra 1500 SLE, and it didn't come with the X31 off-road package. And that would be comparable to the Z71 on the Sierra. So without the off-road package, it did not have the, I guess it's the shield that helps to protect the transfer case. So I was able to find a part that would fit. It was challenging to find the actual part that I was looking for. I saw some on some 2021 trucks, and it looked larger than the shield I actually got. It was tough, like I say, looking on the internet to find this exact part. A lot of times it indicated it was for the Colorado, but it does have, of course, the holes that come on it do match up to the 2020 GMC Sierra, and also would be the same for the 19 through 21 Silverado. So here is the part. It's got 3 bolts, and it just bolts into the cross member underneath the truck. Now that was a bit of a challenge to figure out how to bolt it to the cross member. There were 3 holes, and I'll pop under the truck and kind of show you where it goes. There are 3 holes underneath the truck at the cross member, and they weren't threaded. Of course, I will scoot under here and show you. All right, as we can see, the cross member, there are the holes. And what I actually did, I inserted 3 rivet nuts, which it turns out that really wasn't necessary. As you can actually see, the triangles beside the holes where I'd already inserted the rivet nuts actually would take the U-nuts, and I didn't realize that. I looked, you know, online and couldn't find the parts, and so I kind of decided that a rivet nut was the way to go. I saw somebody posted something about using that, and also saw other people saying that they just bolted it right into the frame. That wouldn't work because there are no threads. It's thin metal, and so people said obviously that it didn't hold, which makes sense. So I went with the kind of the hard way. I put the rivet nuts in there. I think it's 12 millimeter. I assume it's a standard coarse thread. That's the bolts that matched. So it took a while to get that. I had to use an actual rivet nut gun, and it had to purchase that, and that was an extra cost. So spent more money than I needed to, but I certainly did learn something. Honestly, when you see these triangles next to holes, that's an indicator that like I say, a U-nut can be used, and just need to find the correct U-nut. So I will go ahead and get this installed. All right, back under here, and sorry for the shakiness, kind of one-handed holding the camera, but yeah, this is just a simple, I got them started, and just go ahead and ratchet those in. All right, so these are 12 millimeter bolts. Of course, use the 12 millimeter rivet nut. Rivet nuts are easy to put in. I had to purchase a rivet nut gun. I got it on Amazon, relatively cheap. I could see a number of uses for the rivet nut gun, so that's why I went ahead and got it. Although, like I say, the whole idea of putting this in with the U nuts would have been a whole lot simpler, and I think is the actual way to go. So, but lesson learned. If I'd seen somebody out there with some information on this, it would have helped me. So hopefully you won't make the same mistake I did. So, all right. Well, I will use the other hand, but I appreciate it, and more to come. Low level trim. Thanks.